And Redick has improved every phase of his game over every year, especially in the area of efficiency, shooting over 47% from the field last year. And Greg, that by far the highest in his career.
Yeah, and his mid-range jumper last year, just automatic. The turnovers per minute averaged also ridiculously low, even improved as a defender.
And both free throws good for Redick.
And really, the last few seasons, the Clippers have been one of the most consistently strong teams in the league. A far cry from when they were a bottom feeder back in the day. They have become one of the premier franchises in the NBA.
Brandon Knight certainly can pass the orange.
Kicks it to Pierce. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The Suns have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. The drive by Green dishes the land. Knight against Rivers. He feeds it to Pierce. Pierce with another miss. Greg, as you said about the Clippers, the days of finishing near the bottom every year are over. Clark, a lot of that is Doc Rivers.
Exactly. Since 2012, Kevin, they have had the 3rd best record in the NBA. A lot of loyal fans stuck it out with the team during the dark days. Now they're reaping the fruit. A chance here, Kevin, to take a look at the Suns and how they rank in the NBA right now. 3rd in fast break points, 9th in steals, and they're a top 10 team in three-point shooting.
And you look at it, they've been running that fast break to perfection. Great quickness and stamina, and the determination really to attack and look for easy buckets in transition.
Archie Goodwin, he's checked in for Booker.
And Coach Doc Rivers wears multiple hats for this organization. Not only is he the head coach, but also in charge of all basketball operations, really the leader in a lot of ways for this team. Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
The Clippers trail. Green, the pass to Rivers. The feed to Pierce. Nice jump shot. Good. Paul Pierce. Thinking about Doc Rivers being a leader, he was like that on the floor, Clark, as well. You know that. You went against him.
A leader and a winner, no doubt about it. And there have been a lot of coaches that came from his old Celtics team. And of all of them, perhaps the least surprising is Doc Rivers for the reasons we just mentioned. Leader and coach on the floor.
Green kicks to Pierce. Stolen by Tucker. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And there's Green on the assist by Goodwin. Green's got his first points of the game.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swings really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it.
Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Back to Knight. There's the triple. Good. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Suns lead by 2. And DeAndre Jordan not a focal point offensively for this team, but as a defender, he understands he can make a big difference. Well, Jordan, the man who knows what his job is, and he likes his job, Clark, and does it very, very well. He is excelling.
Yeah, he is. He may not be the NBA's
He's making some changes. Booker comes. Redick comes in for Jamal Crawford. Green, he's in at shooting guard. Chandler out there with Warren. Then there's Bledsoe, and it's Booker in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Kings made some nice plays. He had 9 points, and it seemed every trip down he would end up at the line. A lot of free throws for him. It was exactly what they needed in a critical game for the team.
All right, Doris. Well, guys, coming off a performance like that has got to have him supremely confident right now.
No doubt. I guarantee he comes into today's game feeling there isn't anything he can't do on the floor right now.
Tell you what, Greg, I think he might be right based on that last game. I'm inclined to agree with him.
Bledsoe against Paul. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Phoenix.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
Some changes for Phoenix. Alex Lenz checked in for Chandler. P.J. Tucker comes in for T.J. Warren. And Goodwin subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Rivers comes in for Paul. While there's a chance, let's show you the teams that have thrived on the fast break this season. The Suns third.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the athletes to run the break all game long. So that's their edge. They're always looking to take advantage.
First free throw is good.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
Green against Rivers. Outside, Green. Shot from 12. Green missing again.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Goodwin with it. Picked up by Rivers. And he gets it to go. Green's got 5 points so far. There's 1:38 left in the second quarter. Here's Rivers. Green with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. .132 left now here in the second. And he gets it back. Phoenix leading by 8. Booker in the corner. Again, Phoenix.
Nice bucket there. I mean, they are playing really, really smart basketball.
IQ basketball, smartphone basketball, whatever you want to call it. Even though the lead's not that large, they're still in charge right now.
Rivers kicks to Redick. And again, no good by the Clippers.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And the wide open shot from Green. And a miss there on the triple. So for Phoenix, their last game a loss to the Kings.
Yeah, it's just hard to make up when you have an inability to make free throws consistently, and that's why they ended up losing.
Yes, sir. I think some doubt started to creep in when they kept missing those foul shots. I mean, you could see them start to shy away from wanting to even go to the line.
Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Glenn, a screen. And Tucker has it in the corner. Uncovered. Griffin grabs the board.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
Pass to Rivers. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
It's his first trip to the line. The first free throw is good. And so that's the end of the first half. Suns ahead, up by 10. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Doc, what kind of adjustments do you think you need to see both defensively and offensively at this point?
If we're going to play like this, if we're going to come down and make no passes, that's not how we play. So we have to fix that first, and then I'll start thinking about the defensive part.
Coach, thank you for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started.
Okay, fellas. Nice job.
And now the third quarter about to get going. Suns changes for Phoenix. Lenz checked in for Mirza Teletovic. And it's Green in for Booker. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. And it's Green in at the small forward position. The Clippers shooting a rough 22% so far in this one. Picked by Griffin. All up top, guarded by Bledsoe. The drive by Paul. Here's Griffin, 2 on the clock. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Griffin's got his third bucket of the night. And for Blake Griffin last season, much more comfortable, Clark, shooting the mid-range jump shot to the point where he seemed to be actually looking for it during games.
Kevin, he's been working on that shot for a few years, and it's important to the scheme that he make it consistently the way the Clippers play. So when he doesn't, the defense can back off, clog the lane, and make that offense perimeter-oriented.
Count the bucket. Redick's got 6.
Wow, what a clever pass that time by Chris Paul.
Len with a screen on Paul. Passes it to Warren. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, T.J. Warren had a very interesting start to his NBA career. Spent most of the first half in the D-League. In the second half, Clark, he finally got some minutes and really provided a spark.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't have great range on his jumper right now, and he's not an elite ball handler, but he's one of the best cutters in the game. Moves well without the ball, so I think his future is bright nonetheless.
And talking about TJ, guys, he put up a few interesting numbers towards the end of last season. Shot 64% from the field in March. Had 18 points in one game, 17 in another. The last game of the year, he chips in with 6 assists. So now it's up to him to put it all together on a more consistent basis.
Lots of room. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got his 5th assist in this one. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Jordan the screen, and the wide open shot from Green. Again, Los Angeles.
And, you know, getting back to TJ, yes, he needs to improve his shooting range, but what I'd like to see are major improvements on defense. I mean, he shows active hands when he's near the ball, but he can also be a bit lazy as a defender and gambles and reaches too much. That won't get it done at this level.
And here is Jordan. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Stolen by Bledsoe. Oh, and here comes Goodwin all alone. Finished off the break. Goodwin's got his first bucket of the night. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Suns.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
All right, a chance to see stats for DeAndre Jordan. He's been on a tear since the All-Star break, going really to another level. He's around 10 points per game, 15 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. And his defensive presence inside, not to be overlooked. He builds a wall around the basket.
You know, over this last whole stretch of games, I mean, he's been shutting down the lane with absolute authority.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Phoenix. Knight comes in for Eric Bledsoe. Good win. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Clippers trail by 15. Pierce kicks to Redick. And it's blocked. Jordan dishes to Rivers. Off target with the open look.
Most of the time, that shot will go down, or the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Knight on the wing. He's guarded by Rivers. Here's Goodwin. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Goodwin's got 4 this quarter. The Clippers have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Pass to Aldridge. To the inside. Redick with the bucket.
I really think that's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that to get it done.
And there's the pass to Goodwin. Green, the screen. Back to Knight for three. Good. Knight's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Now Rivers. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
You're right on target there, Greg. Of the last 10 points they've allowed, 8 have come from in close.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Goodwin. D right on him. Stolen by Pierce. Feeds it to Redick. Shot from the wing. That's good. Redick's got 10 points.
J.J. Redick.
Knight. The shot is off. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Suns lead by 14. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but a platoon swap here for Phoenix. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal.
No question about it. That would be all she wrote.
Green, he's in at point guard. P.J. Tucker is out there with Warren. And there's John Jenkins. And it's Williams at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Now here's Rivers. Tight defense on him. Pierce with a wide open look. And the Clippers miss again. Aldrich outside. Green. Pierce kicks to Green. No good. Excellent D there from Williams. From deep three-point range. Can't get it to fall. So it's the Suns winning easily here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubts that they'd come out on top.
That's it, folks. The NBA regular season is in the books. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan player of the game, Eric Bledsoe.
He was sharp as attack defensively. So often we focus on offense, but this guy with his skills truly fueled them tonight. The entire team fed off of his energy.
Boom, 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 boom. That's right, Ernie. Instruments. This guy was instrumental tonight in making sure they avoided a second straight loss. They needed somebody to step up tonight, and he was their guy.
And that'll do it for our coverage of this year's final regular season contest. It has been a wild ride. For Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith, I'm Ernie Johnson. Now the playoffs begin on 2K Sports. See you back for that.
I know money isn't everything to you, Freak, and I find it hard to say this, but I've grown to respect that in you. You're a man of conviction. But it's my responsibility to point out the consequences of that way of thinking. Now, for you, winning is everything, but winning isn't something you could do alone. It requires excellent, or at the very least, competent coaching, contributing teammates, and, God willing, good health. And we all know that's not a guarantee. Now, the reality is you're not in control of any of those other factors, but if you, as the star player, fail to win and deliver a championship, you will be held responsible. You will be scapegoated, you will be villainized, and you will be punished accordingly. So when you say to me that as a free agent, all you care about is being in the best position to win, I understand what you mean. But again, that's not only up to you. Now, I'm going to call my guy at Apollo Jets. I'm going to get us a private plane for this tour. I promise you, you're going to love the free agency experience. Now, your relationship with Vic has unfortunately cost us in some of these negotiations. We had 10 teams interested. We now only have 3. But thankfully, you wised up when it came to Vic. Have you been in contact with Vic? Yo, Freak, look at me.
He still has one of my cars, Dom.
What did I tell you about the L word?
The L word? What is...
Loyalty. I don't know what kind of hold this Vic has over you, but it makes me scared. You're a free agent for the first time in your career, and the only person you need to be loyal to is you. You need to be an FOF. You need to be a friend of Freak. Let's forget about winning without appropriate compensation and loyalty that hasn't been earned and isn't deserved.